so much for being here this afternoon. And sorry for the continuous ringing of the bell. We are suffering from a little bit of paucity of time. So continuing with our discussion, I'd like to call upon Sir Kamal, the Chairman Emeritus of Paharpur Business Center. He is an environment evangelist and activist, and his popular TED Talk, How to Grow Your Own Fresh Air, I'm going to let you have it from the man himself.
Thank you. I guess we all wish to succeed in life. We all wish to achieve our full potential and be happy. To be happy, we need to be healthy. I'd like to share my 25 years personal experience of working in a building called Paharpur Business Center, New Delhi. It's my own experience in terms of what happened to me. I became allergic to Delhi's air in mid-90s, and that forced me to find a solution or leave Delhi. I chose to stay on. A search for solution to pollution led to a discovery which has improved my health, and I'll share this with you. We spend 90% of our time indoors. Indoor air is 5 to 10 times more polluted than outside. And if you check the air quality index of the US Embassy in New Delhi right now, you will find it is equal to 148, and that means it is unhealthy for sensitive people. There is another app which you can check, Suffer, which will give you the air quality index of various places in Delhi, and that shows it is unhealthy also. So, given this particular situation, let's understand in our human body, how does this happen? An average human lung has about 500 million alveoli, which looks like bunches of grapes that are basically tiny air sacs with very thin walls, and that serve as the main site of gas exchange in our lungs. The combined air inner surface area of our lungs is about half the size of a full-fledged tennis court, and it is about 40 times the surface of our skin. So the surface area of the lungs is huge. You don't realize this. The human heart weighs about 2% of the body weight and uses 20% of the oxygen we breathe. Every day, it pumps about 7,000 liters of blood, out of which 20% is pumped into the brain. If all the arteries, veins, and capillaries of the human circulatory system were laid end to end, it will total a length of over 100,000 kilometers. We have Dr. Arvind Lal here, so I think he can sort of verify that this is true. For this reason, anything that affects our blood flow affects the human brain. When people have hypertension, obesity, type 2 diabetes, the blood vessels don't work as well, the flow isn't as good, and the neurons become thirsty for oxygen. We need to take care of our brain in the same way as we take care of our teeth. Now the good side. Lead author by the name of Joseph Allen, and he's the director of the Healthy Buildings program at the Harvard University Center for Health and Global Environment, USA, on October 5th, 2016, reported that in an enhanced indoor green environment, where the CO2 levels were under 600 ppm and TPOCs were less than 50 microgram per meter cube, cognitive function test scores could go up as much as 299% over a conventional place. This study is available on a website called www.cogfxstudy.com. If you want to go, you can see it. Now, what does this study tell you? It tells you that if you, in your bedroom, for example, made sure that the CO2 levels in the room were less than 600 ppm, and that the volatile chemicals in the room were less than 50 microgram per meter cube, and these volatile chemicals are coming from carpets, from curtains, from paper, and also from burning agarbatti or even a lamp in the room, etc. So you need to keep all that down. If this was the case, then your cognitive abilities would go up by 299% if you used information for doing your work. Rice University, USA and Houston Fire Department did an extensive study and found a direct correlation between out-of-hospital cardiac arrests, or OHCA, and exposure to PM2.5 and ozone. A daily increase of PM2.5 of 6 microgram per meter cube per day over 2 days raised the risk of out-of-hospital cardiac arrest by 4.6%. Each increase of ozone of 20 ppb over 1 to 3 hours increased out-of-hospital cardiac risks with a peak of 4.4%. Now, we are lucky that this conference, thanks to Amin, has been in September and not in October 19th being Diwali, where the PM2.5s would be over 500. Delhi is unfit for living between Diwali and Holi. That's the worst time of the year. So all those people who have come from out of Delhi, you're lucky to be here in September and not in October, I would say. I will not get into the details of the indoor green plants which have helped me, but humbly request you to Google my name and view my TED Talk on how to grow fresh air for yourself. The 3 plants featured in my talk are one areca palm, the other one is mother-in-law's tongue, and the other one is money plant. The sample of mother-in-law's tongue is right on your table. It has been cut from that plant and put this, that's what it looks like. That converts CO2 into oxygen at night in your bedroom and brings down the CO2 levels so you can use it. In our own building, we have 7,000 such plants to grow the fresh air and also to reduce cost. Central Pollution Control Board and Chittaranjan National Cancer Institute, Calcutta did a 2-year study and found this to be the healthiest, one of the healthiest buildings in Delhi, where the eye irritation was reduced by 52%, respiratory systems by 34%, headaches by 24%, and lung impairment, asthma by 12%. We, over the past 20 years, have found that if you hang around in this building for 8 hours or more, there is a 42% probability that your blood oxygen levels go up by 1%. You can check this if you have a smartphone. Download an app called Oximeter, and you can check this or use a pulse oximeter. In terms of whether it's expensive doing it, no. Our cost is about 10 rupees a square foot on a monthly basis, and our energy consumption in the building is 20 watt hours per meter square, which is about 1/3 of a normal A-class building. Now we are moving on to certification for WEL, which will cover mind, comfort, fitness, light, nourishment, water and air, and also, in addition, a CII IGBC certification, which will cover areas of spiritual, emotional, intellectual and social well-being of occupants, aspects relating to recreation, culture, bondage with employees, sanitation and hygiene. So to conclude, with simple measures like keeping the right indoor plants, one can improve one's health, wellness, personal productivity and cognitive ability, besides saving money on energy cost. What is good for mind and wallet is also a formula for happiness. So in conclusion, let me also say that this morning's Hindustan Times, right from on page 1, says you could save 6 years. Delhi air pollution is robbing you of 6 years of your life, and so on and so forth. So it's all about your health, and the second one, which is a bigger one, is that you can improve your cognitive ability and hence do better in life and succeed in life. So thank you so much.